There are so many areas in my life at the moment that I feel like I'm starting over at 36. And one of those areas is my fitness journey. I feel like before Joe passed, I was in a really good place in terms of I had lost all my baby weight and I was getting toned. I saw muscle definition. I felt confident and comfortable in my own skin, which is a journey after you give birth. But I was finally in a good spot. But then Joe passed away, and first, I say, I don't know, 5 to 6 months, like, I lost so much weight. And I'll probably put a picture so you can see. I lost so much weight, and that was just not eating enough, just not even thinking about eating or worried about eating, just stressed, depressed, all the things. So I had lost an enormous amount of weight, which for some people, they may look at it and say, oh, you look good. And I got a lot of, oh, you look good, but it wasn't a healthy weight loss. It wasn't a healthy weight loss. It was too much, too fast. And I feel like my head was too big for my body at that point, and not a place that I was comfortable in. I'm a curvy girl. I like being thicker. I like having meat on my bones. I do not want to be a skinny person. I like being fit. I like being a little muscular. I like being toned. That's just where I feel comfortable. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body preference is different. And you do whatever you're comfortable with. But for me, that was just a little bit on the extreme side of a weight loss, and not one where I felt I wasn't in a healthy space in my head. And I think health is a holistic thing where you, of course, you want to look good, but you also want to feel good in your body, and you want to feel good in your mind. And that's just not the space that I was in at that point. And then it got to the point where I was settling into new life and stress, and that's where like the emotional eating came in, the stress eating, the snacking, the junk food. And so went from one extreme to the next. I started to gain weight, and gain weight rapidly. And then in January of this year, I decided to go back to eating more of a plant-based diet. So cutting out meats and dairy, and fish and all the things, all the animal products. But on the other side of that, I was still eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of junk foods, like a lot of the processed meats, like the Beyond Burgers and the fake cheeses and things of that nature, which, though they may be a bit healthier, they're still higher in calories, and they're still like processed foods, right? So about, I'd say 3 months ago, I started to kind of take all of those things out of my diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean something restrictive. I just mean the way I was eating. So my eating plan or my eating habits. I started to take all the processed foods out, and just simply eating like a whole food plant-based diet. So just eating whole foods, nothing processed, or as little processed foods as possible. And I'm at a point where I really want to do like a reset, to reset my taste buds and get out of the cravings of wanting like processed foods, junk foods. So this is similar to how people will do like a juice cleanse or whatever to like jumpstart when they're trying to get back into eating a little bit cleaner. So for me, I want to do a reset. So this reset is going to be focused around potatoes. Potatoes is the most satiating food that you can eat. It has protein, it has fiber, it has carbs, obviously. Centered around potatoes with non-starchy vegetables as your side. So for 3 meals, you're eating potatoes and a non-starchy vegetable of your choice. But this is just a particular way of doing it. They have it where you can choose whatever starch you want. So if you like rice, if you like corn, you know, then you can choose. If you like oats, you can choose that starch, pair it with a non-starchy vegetable, different ones, and do that for 7 to 10 days. You're not cooking with oils or butters, obviously not frying anything, and just trying to eat plainly. So that is my plan. I don't know if that's something that people would want to see, but I think I will document some of it just because it keeps me accountable. This is not something obviously that you're doing for a long period of time. It's a very short period of time, but it's just to reset your taste buds. There are, however, people that eat like this like all the time. I don't think I could do it all the time. I could certainly eat potatoes every day, but having potatoes every meal for, I don't know, 6 months is a little extreme. And we're not doing that. So people who have done it, they say how much after completing the 7 days, how much like just eating other foods again, like eating fruit again, or eating like things just taste so much better after, because you've been eating so plainly for the 7 to 10 days that after you start introducing things back into your diet or your eating plan, you appreciate it so much more, and you really don't have those cravings for other things that are so processed and so high in calories. So that's the main goal. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you've ever heard of a potato reset, and if you'd ever do something like that. Well, my goal is not a specific weight, it's more a specific look, being toned and just comfortable in my own skin. I've gotten to the point where I really just want to be comfortable and happy with myself regardless of what other people think around me. So yeah, I just want to be I just want to feel good again in my own body. So I'm gonna be doing this reset and then transitioning back to a whole food, plant-based way of eating, with minimal processed foods. Try not to eat out as much, because that's a big source of, you know, the processed foods and the high fat foods, even if you're eating plant-based. And of course, still getting in exercise. I try to do at least 30 minutes every day of cardio, and then I try to do at least 3 to 4 days of strength training with weights. So yeah, if you want to see me go on this journey, I might share that. Anyway, have a good day.